Alright, welcome to the Get Recruited 365 vlog. I am your host, Marcus Beckwith, here on behalf of Wingstop, Victory Sports Academy, and of course, Get Recruited 365. Here with another stellar athlete in our community, Mr. Roderick Sherman. Roderick, how you doing, man?
I'm good today.
Alright, good. Alright, Roderick, let's roll right into it. For those coaches that are out there that are watching, tell them your height, your weight, and the position that you're playing.
I'm currently 5'10" and a half. I weigh 162 pounds, and I play the point guard and the shooting guard position.
Right, and Roderick, he's a versatile guard for the Neville Tiger basketball program, class of 2016 prospect, so you can be definitely looking out for a lot more to come for him as well. All right, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about your GPA right now. And I know we talked off camera. You're getting ready to here in after a while to take that ACT. Where's your GPA right now?
It's at like more of a 2.8, 2.9, somewhere in that area, but it could be better. And I'm working on pulling it up right now.
Absolutely, and you know we say it all the time that grades come first. You can be blessed with the most athletic ability out there, but if you don't have the grades and you don't have the qualifying ACT or SAT score, it does not matter. So we've already talked to Roderick about how we're going to game plan to get those grades up to make sure that he does get that qualifying ACT score, you know, to put himself in a position where he can continue to win. All right, let's talk a little bit more about basketball now. All right, now who's the player out there? It could be college, could be NBA, that you see your game being like?
Right off the top of my head, I would probably have to say Kyrie Irving. Not only is he my favorite player, you know, I feel like my game is more similar to his because I dribble, you know, a lot like he do. I finish at the rim pretty strong, and I'll say our shooting is somewhere near, you know, he shoots a little bit and I shoot a little bit, so I'll probably have to go with Kyrie.
Okay, and Roderick, if you had an opportunity to study a little bit of tape on Roderick, he's a pass-first guard, which is kind of rare days now. You know, he's really looking to facilitate for his teammates. But, you know, make no questions about it. When it comes to putting the rock in the hole, he can do that as well. Right now, averaging about 18 points. Probably about, what, 5 or 6 assists a game, somewhere up in that ballpark, and then really understanding that, you know, offense is one on the defensive side of the ball as well, so being an aggressive defensive player as well. All right, we had the opportunity to talk off camera a little bit too about your JV and varsity experience. Talk to us and the coaches out there that are watching. Talk to us about that.
I had the opportunity to play varsity this year, but I'm only a junior, and I feel that if I continue to play one more year at JV, that it will give me a chance to develop and better my game. And I'm looking to come back in the 2016 year and have a phenomenal year in varsity.
Absolutely, and you know, that's definitely rare to hear from a kid who says, well, hey, I could be a contributor on a varsity team, but he's really looking to be a difference maker and chose to take more of a developmental year and contribute more to the JV program than he could right now because that Neville basketball, that backcourt at Neville is pretty loaded. You know, they got a bunch of guards and stuff right there. And, you know, he's taking that time to really fine-tune his game, so be looking for a big 2016 senior year for a guy like Roderick Sherman. All right, let's talk a little bit more about what it is that you're going to bring to a college program. You know, what is a coach getting when they're recruiting a young man like yourself?
First off the top of my head, I would say I bring hard work. I know a lot of other guys say that they bring hard work, but you know, what I mean by me bringing hard work is, you know, I'm one of those guys who give 110%. You know, if it's just a shoot around or a practice, you know, game time, whatever, you know, I bring hard work. You know, I go that extra mile, you know, break down and watch film, you know. I'm one of those guys, you know, I work my hardest in basketball, you know, I give 110%.
Absolutely, and you know, we had the opportunity to talk a little bit off camera, and you talked about how you like to study the game. You don't want to just look at how LeBron was able to make a dunk or make a jump shot. You're looking at how the play was set up, what did he do to, you know, set his teammates up. You know, playing the 1 and the 2, that's something definitely that, you know, coaches would probably like about as an attribute that you have. You know, really kind of being a facilitator for the offense, and then kind of being that coach on the floor, especially on defense, because, you know, playing that point guard, you're really, you know, leading the team. All right, so what are you looking kind of to major in college, and, you know, what does it mean to play college basketball?
to play college basketball would be an accomplishment. What I mean by that is, I'm from a neighborhood called Parkview, you know, and you don't see too many college kids walking around there, you know. Everybody around there is the same, you know, waiting on that first check, or, you know, living off welfare. And, you know, just for me to come up out of that, you know, and to be able to just go to college and, you know, do better with my life would be a big accomplishment for me.
Absolutely, and I know, you know, we said before that you kind of want to major in business, understanding that you know you can make that impact with your life and use the game of basketball to be a tool out, to be a resource for yourself and your family. You know, to have the opportunity to play basketball in college, you know, allows for you to have your education paid for to a certain extent, and have the opportunity for you to, you know, continue to groom yourself and be the man that, you know, you want to be with your life. And with that being said, talking about impact and, you know, what you're looking to gain from playing in college, how do you impact others? What are some of the things that, you know, you do to shape and mold the lives of others? It, you know, it could be mentoring, it could be, you know, just going to schools and reading. What are some of the things that you're doing in your life already?
Well, I try to influence the life of the younger children in my neighborhood. I know it gets hard on them sometimes, you know. Sometimes they think that what they see in that neighborhood is all, you know, that's there. But, you know, I try to spend as much time with them as possible, whether it's just, you know, playing video games or shooting basketball, you know. I just try to show them that there's more to life than what they see inside those, you know, those walls.
Right, absolutely. And when we got to talking a little bit earlier about Roderick's leadership, you know, that kind of shows that he has it off the court as well. You know, understanding that, hey, you know, we don't come from the best situation in terms of financially and geographically, but saying, hey, you know, there's more to life than what you see. And not just telling the kids that, but showing that as well. And so, you know, I know that's an important part of your life, and I know that ball is an important part of your life as well. And so we here at Get Recruited 365 are going to make sure that we do everything we can to help put you in that position where you can be as successful as possible. Kind of be that middle person in between college coaches knowing about you and really knowing who you are as a person and what you can do on a basketball court as well. Now, with that being said, I know that you're continuing to get your contact information together for your social media and stuff like that, but in terms of like your email address or a phone number that, you know, coaches can use in order to get in contact with you, what would you mind giving them their contact information?
Yes, sir. My cell phone number, you can reach me at my cell phone number is one way, 318-614-9609. I also have an email, which is Ricky Sherman, RICKYSHERMAN@gmail.com.
Okay, and we'll make sure we have the information up on the screen, and also you can always get in contact with us at Get Recruited 365 on Twitter or at GetRecruited365.com. We'll make sure that the information gets passed on to Roderick, and we'll kind of be that mediator for you. With that being said, look forward to seeing a lot from this young man. We're going to bring you some of his highlights. We're going to bring you kind of a combine skills tape on this young man as well. So he's going to be one of those players around here that you definitely want to pay attention to and kind of want to get on early in order to gain the opportunity to gain the edge on recruiting a young man like Roderick Sherman. So you want to make sure you stay tuned.